And good morning. Welcome to 4 by 8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth, and we are in Indonesia. Not really, we're in South Carolina. But this is my Michael Palin uh, full circle traveling by book journal fun time. Oh, I'm loving all of this. Love it. Just love it. Just love it. My aesthetic has evolved a little bit, and I'm kind of doing the same thing over and over again, but I just love this. I just love this. I'm not tired of it and not bored. I feel like I'm boring as far as what I'm bringing to the internet, but I can't help it. Just having a grand old time. And I started to do this in real time, but I started going off the deep end on a tangent, and I don't even remember what it was now because I've done this. I did this 2 days ago because I was in the mood and I kept going on the day that I filmed the day before yesterday's. The yesterday's for you. I don't know when, yesterday, tomorrow, next week. I don't know. Anyhow, I took out a bunch of my stickers and put them in envelopes and took them out of their packaging and decided to use some of them in a random sort of way just so that I have to use this stuff up. I have way too much, way too much, way too much. And I ordered two more things yesterday. Yeah, yeah. So we are in Indonesia. I did the letters the same way I did. I've done all of them so far. This is a lot more green in this one particular piece, but it is what it is, and it's Indonesia. And when he got to Indonesia, it was Ramadan. Now this was in 1997, and it was around Christmas time, I think. So the newspapers all had Ramadan information on the front of them, and he said, so that's what I talked about, and he talked about. Um, So this is what he wrote. Ramadan, month of self-restraint. 90% of Indonesian population is Muslim. 29 consecutive days is how long it runs. Muslims see Ramadan as a month of blessings that provide them with the opportunity to purify themselves, which I think is a beautiful thought. This is day 115 in his journey, and he was gone a little over 200 days. So he's about halfway there. And in the middle of all of this, he flew home in the middle of Indonesia, Australia. He flew home because his wife found out she had a brain tumor, and she had an operation. She was fine, but he flew home to be with her after her operation. She told him not to stop his trip, and she did not want him to stop it before the operation. She wanted to go through the operation, and so he was in Malaysia and the end of Vietnam at that point, and it was hard for him to get home. It was going to take 3 days to get home, and she's like, "No, no, just get to where you can get to a bigger airport, and I'll go through the operation with family here, and you come when I am back home and might need some help." So he did. Um, but he doesn't dwell on it any more than that in the book. So at some point between Indonesia and Australia, he flew home to England, and one of the producers went with him because his wife had a baby. So they both went back to England for like 4 or 5 days and then flew back to either Indonesia or Australia. I still can't get it straight which one they stopped in the middle of. But yes, this is lots and lots of stickers, ephemera, um, all stuff that I love, and I just decided to make a mishmash. There's some of my circles, things that don't pertain to this part of the world, but when you cut them in half, it's hard to tell. And they're all sort of that hemisphere, and I love this. I love the first couple pages before this better, but this is still beautiful, and I do not hate it at all. And I decided not to do any more than that. I was going to do a little bit of something with color maybe in the blank spots, and I said, nope, back off, lady. Um, and here's me trying to find. Oh, I found some Japan and Russia stickers in those craft paper stickers there at the top of the screen, and so I went back into the volume one and added those to volume one pages. Um, but yeah, if things don't pertain to what you're doing, cut them in half. It disguises a lot. So I really, really loved doing this, and I just sat here, listened to music, and thought about different things, and went with everything and love this. Love this. I had some little tiny strips on my desk and I added those in, and that kind of offsets some of these circles and round objects or oval objects, and I just love this. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. Yay, QWERTY Internet! Yay!